SOFI update here on the 31st. So if you watched my last video, I predicted that there's either going to be an ABC move or it's going to be a beginning diagonal or leading diagonal. And this is kind of what I was looking for because I pointed out that this right here was an ABC move. So the only way for this to be bullish was beginning or a leading diagonal like this, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So ABC, 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 ABC. That would be wave 1 or A. So we get that right here. We got and if you notice, all of these are ABC moves. This one's ABC as well. And we hit, let's see, did we hit the 1.61 fib of, so the 1.61 fib is here around 620. We basically hit that for this ABC pattern to play out. It's possible it could go higher here. But if it goes higher here, then that means that this whole move was actually just A, B, and C. Because the C wave would be a 5-wave move. So basically either 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, or it is full thing A, B, C, A, pullback B, and then we get a 5-wave move right here. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5-wave move up here. So the only thing to point out though is we are right in this supply zone that I pointed out. Maybe I pointed it out in the last video, I'm not sure, but you can see the supply zone pretty clearly right here. We get this huge candle down here. So on the 4-hour time frame, the supply candle goes from 607 all the way up here to 642, 643. So if it does make a 5th wave and go higher, then I would look for it to not go anywhere past, let's see, 643, yeah. 643 would be the top. That's kind of where I'll be looking at if this is ABC. But I'm really hoping actually that this ends up being a leading diagonal, because if this is ABC, then we're probably going to end up going lower. Because I will be looking at this whole thing as W, X, and then a Y wave lower. But if we get a beginning diagonal or a leading diagonal, then we can do this. We can do 1, 2, what I talked about in the last video. We go up here to like 790 probably, and go all the way up here to target of like 911, or it could be a 3rd wave. It could go to 911, pull back, and go even higher. So I'm really hoping that this is a beginning diagonal, but if it does come back here to all the way up to 643, then we're looking for probably more downside. Could either be more downside or it could do this as well. And then go lower. That's possible too. But either way, I think there's potentially a little bit more upside, but we could have topped here in this supply zone going up to 626. We did hit about 619. And so I would be looking for either 2nd wave lower. So the possibilities are we can go 5th wave higher to max 643. That would probably mean that we're in an ABC move and we're going to pull back, or we're going to go to new lows. So if it's ABC, it's either going to do this and go to new lows, or it's going to pull back and go higher. If it's a 5-wave move, we're pulling back here to like the 0.5 to the 0.68 fib. So anywhere between 564 to 550. And then we're going probably up to like 790 minimum. So we'll see how it plays out on Monday. The opening and where it goes will tell us what it is. If it goes higher on Monday and breaks the high of 619, then we know it's an ABC move. If it goes lower from here, then it's most likely a beginning diagonal, and I'd be looking for a pullback and a good area to go long at with a stop below this low if you're trading. and then you're looking for 790 on the third wave. So pretty good overall week though for SoFi. They're supposedly closing a mortgage company, and we'll see if that has any effect on the share price. I'm not really sure. I think they might be closing it on Monday, so we'll see what happens with that. But those are the scenarios I see. The most bullish one is a leading diagonal. The most bearish one would be ABC lower, and then there's another one that's kind of neutral because we'd come down here and go a little bit higher. So that's pretty much it. Leave me a comment. If you sold covered calls or you bought some hedge puts today, you're probably doing it right. Because even if we go to 643, we're probably going to pull back to at least, I mean, I guess if you bought puts and we only go back to 594, that probably wouldn't be a good thing. But if you bought them and go back to 550, that's 577, you're probably going to make money either way. So puts or covered calls are not a bad thing in this situation, in my opinion, unless something crazy happens and then we get a huge move higher that wasn't expected. But that's probably not going to happen. So I'll leave it at that. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. You think we're going to go higher? You think it's a leading diagonal? What do you think? How'd you do this week? Anything else you want to tell me in the comments? Any tickers you want to be looked at? Let me know. That's it. Have a good weekend.